This video will cover the first module in Excel, Module 1, creating a worksheet and a chart. First, we need to go get our files. This is the textbook project, so I need to go to Course Content, and I need to go down to Assignments, and we will go to Excel folder. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on the Excel Module 1 SAM textbook project. I know that Cengage has reported a couple of issues with it, but I think it'll be okay for my demonstration purposes. Launch it. I like to close out that sidebar. Now, I have done this once before, but my video, when I tried to upload it for publication, was too large. So I am starting a new attempt to make shorter videos. You go ahead and start the project. And normally you would go to your reading and you would select your start file, as we've had to do in the past with our textbook projects. We tend to go to the next page and try to highlight or select our name, do a Control-C to copy it, click on the back button, then click on the start file name, and I'm going to open this up. This is a little bit different than the way I normally do it. I will enable editing, and I'm going to go ahead and do a file save as now so that I can change the name. And I've just been tucking this into my CIT 105 videos at this point. Now I want to change the name, so I'll do a Control V and save it. Excuse me. Nothing like having laryngitis. You should look over the instructions on the layout of a worksheet in Excel. Spreadsheet, worksheet, they tend to be a little synonymous in meaning. The first cell is always cell A1. It's the cell intersection of a row and a column. You use the column letter and then the row number. You can click to a different one and you can see in the name box exactly which cell you have clicked into. If you do a control right arrow, you'll be in column XFD. 16,384 columns, I believe. Control down arrow key will take you to the last lower corner of this worksheet, and there's 1,048,576 rows. Multiply that number by the number of columns you have, and that's the number of individual cells in this one worksheet that can contain data or functions and formulas. Now to go home, I just click on the control button and tap the home key. I'm back in cell A1 where we need to start. So the first thing to do in cell A1 after we've made it the active cell is to type in the title, Fran Gold Real Estate Budget. And just hit the enter key. Notice how it goes down to the next row. In cell A2, we're going to type in monthly estimates. And again, if you hit the enter key, it'll go down to cell A3. That's not always the case, depending upon where you started entering other titles or data. And excuse me, because I will have to clear my voice as we go through this. Now, we want to enter the column titles, so we want to be in cell A3. We're going to type in the word income, and then we're going to press the right arrow key. I just hit the tab key to go to the next column. We're going to type in the months of the year. Now I'm going to use a little shortcut here that we might as well become familiar with. It's called the field handle. I've typed in January and I've spelled it correctly. Down at the lower right hand corner is this little box, and when you point at it with your mouse pointer you get the little crosshairs. This is called a field handle. As you drag it across, you will see the screen tip tell you which month that you are presently going to place in the last cell that you've got highlighted in the range. Now you'll see it fills it in very nicely. We have to type in the word total in column or in cell A3. We want to repeat almost exactly what we did in cell A8, except we're typing the word expenses. Tab over, you need to go ahead and type January. Grab the field handle again, take it to column M, and then click in cell N8 to type the word total again. Now when you hit the enter key there, you'll notice how it goes just directly below total. That's what I was telling you about. It's not always certain where you're going to wind up when you hit the enter key. Now we're going to enter our row titles, and that'll be the first section of video that we're doing. So go back to cell A4. In A4 we're going to type in commission, enter. Then we're going to type interest I should say, and then in cell A6 we're going to type in the word total, and then go and click inside cell A9 underneath expenses, and we're going to have rent. You just hit the enter key for each of these. Utilities, let's see, advertising, website, printing, office supplies, gas, miscellaneous, and then the word total. And we're going to skip a row, so we're in cell A19 and type the word net. And this is where we're going to stop for this particular video session.